Everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Tammy. You are here on Tammy Talks. We are here to get into Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 14, Country Chaos, Myrla and Gil. Not a whole lot happened with them this episode, to be honest. But before we get started, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I can only do that with your help. Y'all been coming every week. And we've been riding out for the past like 10 weeks. Go ahead and subscribe. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the content. And leave some comments down below. Let's get into a conversation about these folks, y'all. We only got a couple more weeks left together. So, they brought hype for one. Gil said that their dog sitter bailed on them. But Hype is very well behaved. We saw Hype come in, he greeted everybody, and then the next time we saw Hype, he was sitting in his bed because he knows better. So Myrla tripped walking in the house, and she was like, "Girl, this is this is a precursor to how the weekend gonna go." Myrla also came with like some wedges on. Where were you going with a wedge? You knew you was coming out to like this farm type situation. So I don't understand Myrla sometimes. But they get in, and while Gil thinks the house is great, Myrla said that she does not like to share living quarters. I think it's more so with people she doesn't know. So she's complaining that they have to share bathrooms. She's complaining about this. She's complaining about that. And Gil is like, "What are you complaining about now? What would make this better for you?" And she said separate cabins. I said, "Oh." Y'all wasn't getting that. I mean, look at the honeymoon y'all got. I thought the Airbnb was very nice. I mean, I get it. I'm not too keen on sharing bathrooms like that with people either. But it's literally for 2 days. I mean, Bao says she don't even shower that much. So that's one less person. So she, Myrla is an introvert, okay? And Gil is an extrovert. And so I think the experts paired them together because they thought that they would be a great fit to get each other out of, to kind of get each other out of the respective boxes that they're in, and that they would complement each other well. But my thing is, you cannot force an introvert to be an extrovert overnight. It's not going to happen. So Myrla is very content with sitting up in the bedroom on her phone. And Gil is like, "I love stuff like this type of stuff I do with friends all the time." So like he's excited. Gil is a people person. So like he hears everybody outside like coming in and laughing and joking. And he is like thirsty to go outside and hang out with everybody. And Myrla is very content on her phone just yeah, like Myrla is cool. Myrla said, "I can be in here all night, baby." Okay, so they eventually go out and they're at the group dinner, and someone asks, "How's everyone's going? How's everyone's marriage going?" And Myrla said, "We're getting a divorce." And everybody is like, "We know y'all ain't getting no divorce. Y'all are doing okay from what we can see." And somebody was like, "Why?" And she said, "Well, because my husband wants to have 8 kids." And Gil is like, "I'm confident with my decision." I actually do not think Gil is going to say yes on decision day. I don't think he will. So we see the two of them have a date where they go horseback riding. Myrla said this is something that she often enjoys. She loves horseback riding. She's very comfortable on a horse. Gil, however, is like the average person and has a very healthy fear of horses. They are large animals. Okay. I live in Wisconsin. We have millions of deer here. So when I see deer walking past my window, you see how large of an animal they are up close. So like horses are bigger than that. So when I'm like walking through my dining room and I see a deer, and I'm like, shit. Like they're big animals. I've been horseback riding a couple times. I love it as well. It's just a fun activity to do. What I do like about Myrla and Gil are that they do a good, healthy mix of different things. We don't just see them out to dinner. We don't just see them only going out to drinks. They do a good mix of different things, and they both participate as best as they can when they're out doing this. So when they get done, Mirla is like, it was fun, but I wish we would have went faster. I wish we would have been able to ride for longer. And Gil is like, are you ever satisfied with anything? And that right there is what's going to keep Gil from 100% being able to say yes on decision day. It's not the fact that Mirla might not be a good person or anything like that, but she's a Debbie Downer. Gil seems like an empath. And when someone is an empath, they absorb all the emotions that someone is putting out. So we just got done on this like fun activity, and you're complaining that the course wasn't longer. Gil was like, you're being a brat right now. You're throwing a tantrum, and like, I'm getting tired of it. And Mirla takes it in stride, and she was like, I received that. And she said in her one of her confessionals that she's a person, um she said in the group that she is a person that if you're direct with her and tell her what the problem is and what the issue is, she will do her best to correct it, and she keeps it in her mental so that she can move forward. She's not going to change overnight, right? And she has said that, she is trying her hardest to change, but it's not something that she can do overnight. You can't snap your fingers and be a complete different person as to what your partner wants. But I think the fact that Mirla is willing to not only accept what Gil tells her, but she doesn't like lash out or like get super defensive about it. I think that's a plus. You know what I mean? She does complain a lot. And I know some people are saying, well, some people will say that she's just a very direct person. She knows what she wants. Um, she's very sure of herself, and all of that is fine and dandy. All of that is great, but you also can't be a person that complains all the time for the sake of complaining either. Um, so they have the little one thing I will say about Mirla, which you can tell that she is there because she is being told to, is whenever they are in these group settings, i.e., where the guys were all having lunch together, and the women are all hanging out together. Mirla gets her a blanket, okay, and she gets comfortable and she leans back and she listens to the gossip, but she does not engage with it. You don't ever really hear Mirla talking about her and Gil's relationship in mixed company. We heard her once or twice on the phone with a friend of hers, but we have never heard Mirla sit with any of them women and talk about her and Gil's relationship. And I think that that's a plus. But on the flip side, Gossip Gil, who was not out tonight, Gossip Gil does enough talking for the both of them. Um, they do like the little superlatives at the dinner or after dinner. Mirla gets most likely to leave a party first. She takes it in stride because she was like, that's what she does. And then at the end, Gil says that he is wondering if he wants to be able to deal with Mirla's tantrums and her brattiness for the rest of his life. So that is literally the only thing that is holding Gil back. The fact that he doesn't know if he wants to continue with dealing with this. Because it's one thing if somebody complains every once in a while, because everybody complains, right? We all complain about stuff. But if you're a person that you literally complain all the time about everything, is going to have an effect on the person that you're with, especially if they're a person that soaks up everything in the same way that Gil seems to soak up things. He's an empath. But I honestly think that I don't know, y'all. I think Gil's gonna say no, and Mirla. It's either gonna be Gil says no, and Mirla like wants to stay together, or they stay together. I don't see her saying no. You can tell she really likes Gil. Um, I think they have a deeper, better connection than we're actually seeing on the show because the show is being monopolized by Bow and Johnny's drama and then Michaela and Zach's drama every episode. But I am Tammy. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Thumbs up the video. Let's talk about it down below. Do you guys think Myrla and Gil are going to stay together? They seem right now like the most together couple, the most cohesive couple. They are the only couple for sure that knows how to have arguments and disagreements like adults. So let me know down below. Catch you guys next week.